Hey Virgo, how you doing? Welcome. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So, Virgo, welcome to your November 2023 horoscopes. Let's go ahead and take a look. On November 3rd, the sun in your Scorpio third house is going to oppose Jupiter in your Taurus ninth house. So I want to say be careful. Jupiter does rule your seventh house of partners, business partners, intimate partners. I want to say be careful of like getting into an argument with a partner, possibly regarding philosophical or religious beliefs. I feel like things can get pretty heated. You're in this time where with this stellium in your Scorpio third house, you could end up becoming quite aggressive and quite heated. I don't feel like this is the time to be pressing somebody, or press it or them pressing you to be fair. I will say that it could end up being quite a constructive conversation. It's really just about how you're handling the energy. And for some of you, it could be you very much trying to press a partner to commit to you on a higher level or to maybe some of you were deciding that you want to go and travel to see a partner, right? But you're doing it in a very like assertive demeanor. And then on the same day, excuse me, November 3rd, we're going to have Venus in your Virgo first house, and she's going to make an interesting opposition to Neptune in your seventh house. So, smoke and mirrors, right? That can kind of be like when you see these Venus Neptune oppositions, you could be over idolizing a partner at this time. Maybe they're doing that to you. There could be some manipulation here as well. And to be honest with you, it from what I've seen, I feel like it can go either way. I feel like you could be doing that to somebody or they could be doing that to you. Okay. I'm wondering if you are maybe putting somebody on a pedestal a little bit and maybe you will eventually get disappointed, especially when Venus comes into conjunction with the South Node on the 29th. I don't really feel like things are as they seem between you and another person. Like there's something iffy going on under the surface. I don't know. I feel like this could also be you getting like maybe excited or over idolizing a client, getting really excited about it, and then they kind of like don't come through or it falls through. And then on November 4th, we're going to see Saturn going direct in your seventh house of one on one partnerships. So, a lot about partnerships. A partner or client could really start like drawing up boundaries with you, like implementing boundaries, setting boundaries with you, especially with all this like pushy conversation you got going on here. This could also be a decision moving forward about whether or not you and another person or a client can actually work out long term and deciding to either move away or move forward with it. The same day, November 4th, Mercury in your Scorpio third house is going to oppose Uranus in your Taurus ninth house. So I don't know what's going on with you and another person. It could be a very spirited, maybe conversation that you're having with a coworker for some of you. Where you guys get into an argument about philosophical, religious, debates, what's going on out in the world right now, right? We all know about that. It could also be like travel plans completely going haywire. Like last minute, you have to hop on a plane, or it can be like something that's like, whoa, what? Maybe you just like show up on somebody, surprise somebody, or maybe they surprise you. It can be something like that. I also want to say like legalities, make sure that you have proper documentation. That's obviously if you're not organized in the courtroom, I feel like that's probably not going to go over very well. If you've been planning a trip, there could be something that changes like last minute or suddenly. So just, stay on your toes. November 6th, Venus in your Virgo first house is going to make a beautiful, beautiful trine to Pluto in your fifth house. Love this day. I feel like if you are single, this is a great time to meet somebody. Pluto has connections to your third house. So this could be like in your local neighborhood, at your local pub, your local coffee shop, whatever it may be. And this could be a lot of love and sex happening. If you do have a partner, I feel like it's something that's very deep, very loving. I feel like you're like, oh, you're just showering this person with love. You find them very sexy. Um, I also feel like you could be falling for someone new, or you could be falling for someone that you're already in a relationship with because of the transformations maybe they've made on a personal level. Maybe you like the way they're communicating to you, right? The way they're talking to you, the way that they're thinking maybe has changed. Maybe it's changed for you as well. Um, Also, this is a good time to show love and spend time with your children as well. So keep that in mind as well. On the same day, November 6th, Mercury in your Scorpio third house is going to make a trine to Neptune in your Pisces seventh house. I really like this too, because it seems like you're having a very deep conversation with someone. Mercury is you, right? So it's like whatever Mercury is doing is kind of what you're doing. And so it seems like you are getting really deep with somebody. You're being very honest, and you have somebody who's being very sweet to you, like very forgiving or very loving or very, Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. It's like, oh, we're all connected and we're all one. And so it seems like it's very like sweet and soft and deep and kind of sexy at the same time. I feel like you are digging and asking questions, and I feel like they are very receptive to whatever you're saying. Then on November 8th, we have Venus, and it's going to be entering your Libra second house. So this is some sweetness being brought to your money house, the money that you're making, your self-esteem. The second house can also talk about your face. So with the second house being, with Venus being in the second house and it loves being in Libra and it loves being in the second house. So Venus is the ruler of the second house. The natural house of the second house is a Taurus house, which is also ruled by Venus. And so Venus loves being here. This is good for any kind of like facials, facial treatments, getting a little bit of a face makeover in some way, your self-esteem at an all-time high. And I feel like it's due to you and another individual. I will say be cautious because this can see you eating and shoving your face with a little too many sweets, okay? In moderation, right? Venus can have you eating Oreos at like 1 a.m. on a sugar rush with Venus in the second house, right? On the same day, on November 8th, we have Mercury in your Scorpio. Third house is going to make a sextile to Pluto in your Capricorn fifth house. So this could be like some sexting, between you and another person or someone that you're dating, or maybe there's an opportunity to have maybe more sexy time between you and someone you're dating. You could also be focused on possibly making some changes to some kind of writing project or getting ready to, really try to find your power through creativity in some way. And it could definitely be through like podcasting, writing, etc. And this is also about how you can transform your creative life into making you more happy and doing the things that you love. On November 10th, we have Mercury, and he's going to enter your Sagittarius fourth house. So more communication, more writing, being more vocal in the home, or maybe you start working from home, especially with Mercury ruling your 10th house of career and reputation. Maybe you want to start an at-home business. And then on the same day, Mercury in your Sagittarius fourth house is going to square Saturn in your Pisces seventh house. Okay, so for me, this could be you trying to get through to a partner about your guys' plans for the future or in regards to some kind of living situation. But you could feel like they're giving you some kind of maybe some pushback, or maybe you're trying to talk about your feelings with a partner and they're being a little cold. Or if you're asking a partner about moving in or you moving in with them, a partner could be like, well, um, you know, what about money? How would we split the bills? How would I get there? Like, how would we do this? So there's like kind of a conflicting thing, especially if you're thinking about like moving in with someone. Then November 11th, Mars in your Scorpio third house is going to oppose Uranus in your Taurus ninth house. So be cautious of getting into philosophical debates once again, like maybe with somebody at work. Also be cautious of driving into accidents that could delay a trip for you. Be extra cautious while traveling, I want to say. Did I say Mercury? Yeah, Mars. I said Mars, right? I do just want a quick note. Mars in an opposition to Uranus. I mean, Mars and Uranus. I mean, Mars is like the fighter, the god of war. Uranus is like Storm from Marvel, or like fucking lightning. Okay. So it's like you may be putting the pressure on somebody and you may not like how they react. Okay. It may be very much a blow up, a very blowout conversation between you and another person. So be careful not to be too intrusive because you can be this way at this time. Okay. And then on November 13th, you have a new moon in Scorpio, which is going to conjoin Mars and going to trine Neptune in your seventh house. The ruler of this new moon is obviously Mars and Pluto, which is in your fifth house. So, new intention, new beginning, maybe around buying a vehicle, selling a vehicle, or writing project, or maybe trying to get, some money that's owed to you. Mars does rule your eighth house. Or some kind of shared resources issue, maybe some documents that you have to sign or that you have to get in order when it comes to some kind of like shared financial issue. And then on November 15th, we have Mercury in your Sagittarius fourth house is going to make a beautiful sextile to Venus in your Libra second house. So, you moving or getting stuff together for something that you're working on in regards to home could be possible because maybe your finances are looking on the up and up. And then November 17th, we have Mars and the Sun in your Scorpio third house is going to make a lovely trine to Neptune in your Pisces seventh house. So this could be once again, this could be you like you seem to be very assertive. You seem to be a little intrusive. This isn't bad though. It's a trine. I feel like it's nice. I feel like it's also being received well by somebody. But you are very much like pursuing someone vocally in some way. It feels like, maybe you are willing to make some kind of sacrifice for a partner or for a client. Like, oh, I'll do this, no problem. I'll take care of this. Don't worry about it. Maybe you're making the sacrifice to come and travel to see somebody. I feel like your desires and your wants and your needs and what's being vocalized by you is being very, very well received by somebody. Okay. I really, really love this energy. It seems like somebody it just feels like they're swallowing you whole in some way. Okay. Don't make that into a perverse thing. Okay. Um, November 18th, the sun in Scorpio is going to conjoin Mars in Scorpio in your third house. The sun does rule your 12th house. So this is a house of rest, bedroom pleasures, creativity, mental health, and addictions. So some of you could be having a very serious conversation about these matters. Um, there could be something that could be very upsetting, something that's upsetting you, maybe about a secret for some of you, something kind of coming out, something that you don't really see coming. But this could honestly be a very sexual day as well. You resting, relaxing, maybe taking care of yourself. You know what I'm saying, or being with someone. And I would say, if anything, write about it, talk about it. If you're wanting to let some of this stuff out, I feel like creative writing or talking about it would be very helpful for you at this time. On November 20th, the Sun and Mars in Scorpio is going to sextile Pluto in your Capricorn fifth house. So, once again, sexy time with a partner for some of you, sexy conversations with a partner, or an opportunity to do something fun or put some action into a business or a business venture or some creativity. November 22nd, the Sun is going to enter your Sagittarius fourth house on the same day the same day ish. The Sun in Sagittarius in your fourth house is going to square Saturn in your Pisces seventh house. So this is a big spotlight, big focus on home and family, obviously. But there could be some issues regarding your home and family life, which could be affecting your relationship with the partner. Okay. Maybe you have to move in with your dad, or, maybe kids are getting in the way, who knows? But it's causing some kind of like issue between you and a partner, and like maybe scheduling or sex it's like it's ruining the vibe between you and somebody else, okay? Or coming in between you and a client. And then on November 24th, Mars is going to enter your Sagittarius fourth house. Same day, Mars is also going to square Saturn in your Pisces seventh house. So I want to say be cautious of accidents in the home for some of you. If you have a male living with you, I feel like this person may be very aggressive a little bit. I feel like there are going to be, Mars does rule your eighth house, a lot of changes regarding the home, maybe where you're living. Um, this could also be you getting ready to expand your home and family in some way. Um, I feel like for some of you, if there is issues with a family member, especially a masculine one, I feel like it's going to affect your relationship for some reason. Okay. I don't know if you live with your partner. I'm not really sure, but it seems it's going to affect it. You may be moving in with a partner, but I'm kind of wondering if you have a partner that's like, I don't know about that. I'm not really sure. It seems like there's a disagreement a little bit. or you and a partner trying to hit a certain goal in some way, but it's like it's not happening for some reason. And then to end the month on November 27th, we're going to have a full moon in your Gemini 10th house of career and reputation, right? So, culmination or completion in regards to work, in regards to your status out in the world. Um, the ruler of this full moon is going to be Mercury. Mercury is going to be in your fourth house. It's going to be squaring Neptune in your Pisces seventh house. Eh, it could be some delays with clients, or maybe even issues actually like launching something. Maybe you're trying to launch something and you're having issues with it. But this feels more around, a partner and your guys' status together, because this can also represent your relationship status and how you're seen out in the world. Are you single? Are you married? Or are you dating? Like what's going on, right? Are you seeing someone? Um, for some of you, you may end up needing to work from home, or maybe you're trying to work from home. Are you quitting a job maybe because you're relocating? Is that what it is? And maybe how is this affecting a relationship? Okay. So thank you so much, Virgo and Virgo risings. Let me know how this is playing out for you in the comment section below. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.